Hey everyone, I'm Kimberly Craig. Today is a really exciting day for me. I'm going to interview Nicole Bridger. She's a fashion designer in Vancouver, BC. We will not only discuss her collection, but I'm going to model some of it as well. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay everyone, so here I am with Nicole Bridger. Thank you very much for taking the time to sit with me today.
My pleasure.
I wanted to say I absolutely love your collection.
Thank you.
From a woman's standpoint, I mean, this is a funny story, but at work, every hour on the hour, we do 30 squats. That way, by the end of our day, we've already done over 200 squats. Your clothes are so wearable. I mean, how do you make us look spectacular and at the same time, I mean, do you sit down and decide, I want comfort? That's the first thing I'm going for?
Definitely, it was a starting point. It's important to me that it is comfortable. That I don't think that women need to feel restrained in their clothing, and I think that when you are comfortable, the best you comes out as well. And being comfortable doesn't mean sacrificing beauty or aesthetic. That all of our clothes, our dresses, especially in the jersey fabric, are just dreamy. You feel like you're wearing almost nothing. And
I feel like I'm wearing sweats.
Yeah.
I feel like I look fabulous and I'm wearing sweats.
Yeah, you throw on a pair of heels and you could go out for a cocktail. So
Yeah, exactly.
I'm really glad that that's coming across.
Oh, absolutely. I saw on YouTube your Eco Fashion Week show. That was genius, actually, because the dancers throughout the entire production were wearing your clothing,
Yes.
showing how flexible and how they move, and then they would part like the Red Sea and they would become your runway for the models. That was really great.
The dancers are interesting because I used the dancers to express the story and evoke emotion in the audience. Every collection, I'm drawing inspiration from life lessons, so there's a lot of emotion in there. And the dancers do that, and I never thought about how the dancers also show how easy it is to move in the clothing, which is so great. I mean, here they are doing all sorts of things, you know, in the clothes.
And that's the first thing I noticed. Yeah. Oh my gosh, look at those clothes. You can do cartwheels and splits in those clothes.
Yeah. It's perfect. It works out really well.
Yeah, it does. And you have some really fun names. I'll just throw out a couple of names here because you name every item. So you have the strength dress, the hopeful dress, the honest dress, the bliss pant. I mean, that is so much fun.
We have a label that says I am love, and we sew it into each piece of clothing. And it's a reminder to come from that place of love throughout your day in all that you do. Starting from getting dressed in the morning and loving yourself instead of picking yourself apart. And the line is really about that. It's about loving who you are right now and dressing that. And I feel that the clothes really help the best, truest you come out instead of, you know, you being worn by the clothes. They really help a woman's person emanate.
And it's fun too because a lot of people when they wake up in the morning, maybe in their bathroom, they'll have an affirmation on their mirror.
Yeah.
So this way you're picking your item of clothing, you can read it, put it on, you know, love it, love yourself. Later on in the day, you can get another little pick-me-up. What is that? And look at it again. Right?
Or sometimes it's right here on the wrist.
Oh, perfect.
So while you're working, it's a little reminder. While you're about to send a really hateful email, you're like, oh no, okay.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Phew, okay. Your 2013 collection is starting to trickle out, you were saying, and it's going to be out in full force in March.
Yes.
What is that collection called?
B. And that collection is about how we all have modes that we go into when we're feeling unsafe or running on autopilot, coming from a place of fear. And this is about transcending that, connecting to who you truly are and being that all the time.
So I understand you interned with Vivienne Westwood in London. How has that experience in London helped you with your designs here today?
There's quite a few things that I've learned at that time. First of all, when I first showed up and showed my portfolio, they said this is great, but really we have enough interns right now. And so I said thank you very much and was halfway down the block and said, wait a minute, this is the only reason I'm here. I can't take no for an answer, so I hightailed it back and said, listen, give me 3 days, you won't regret it. But from Vivienne herself, I learned a few things. I mean, I'm not a fashionista. I love making clothing for women, but certainly not that fashionista person. And I wasn't sure if I could be successful in the industry and not be a fashionista. And I saw her just being who she is, and she's certainly been incredibly successful. So I learned that I can be whoever I am and still be in the industry.
Where does your inspiration come from? Do you decide who you're designing for, and that is a group inspiration, or do you see a trend? And
I'm not really in the trends realm. Definitely I know who our customer is. I always try and make sure that there's something for different body types. But as far as inspiration, I look at life lessons that I'm learning at the time that I'm designing, and then that will dictate a color palette, a mood that comes. I mean, clothes portray a mood. And then it's just always essential for me that the clothing work for lifestyle.
Seems like you're very conscious about your footprint.
Absolutely, and just grew up that way.
Okay.
So when I created my own company, it was a part of it. I couldn't turn off my values and morals, when I was creating a company. So it just became an integral part of it. But in our branding, it's not there. It's kind of this added bonus that I feel all companies should be, and maybe eventually they will, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It doesn't need to be a niche thing.
Tell me about some of the environmental products that you use.
Well, mostly it comes with the fabrics.
Okay.
So I make sure our fabrics are coming from renewable natural resources, that they're using low impact dyes or natural dyes, that the chemicals that they're using are non-toxic, and that they're being disposed of in a way that's okay for the environment. And 90% of our clothes are made here in Vancouver at our factory downstairs. And the other percentage, we use Fair Trade Factory in Peru or a God's Factory in India. I'm looking at a Fair Trade Factory right now in Nepal. So really supporting these fair trade workers.
When you design your clothing, who are you designing for? Is there an age group, a muse?
I do have a muse who is our sort of target customer. I'd say she's 35, 40, has young kids and also working. She tries to buy organic food when she can, but she's not a diehard. And likes to look stylish while she's running around her crazy life.
Yeah. If you could dress anybody in the world,
oh no, okay.
who would it be?
I have to think about that for a few minutes.
Kate Middleton.
Okay, I'll cancel that. I'm really
okay. Note to self, Kate Middleton. Send her a piece of your clothing. She'll love it.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't think you can just send them stuff.
Well, probably not. Although too bad, because I've read that your clothing is very maternity wear friendly as well. It would be perfect.
Know.
Perfect timing. Well, in a little while I'm going to model some of your clothing, and I can't wait to feel it. The materials are
all different. We use tencel, which comes from eucalyptus plants, silk, organic cotton, linen. There's quite a plethora of different fabrics.
Good stuff. Okay, well, we're going to do a little tour around the factory.
This is the dress form where I drape, and then come to my table, it's very messy right now, and create the flat patterns, and then that will go in, we digitize that here, and that goes straight into the computer. So this is the factory floor, this is the cutting table, and so they lay out all the fabric here and cut through many layers of fabric for production, and this is the sewing floor. So Nicole Bridger bought this factory October 31st of 2012 and we are about 15% of what this factory manufactures. We also manufacture other designers and uniform making companies, so it's been a huge step for us to purchase the factory. So these are some of our fabrics, mostly roll-ins from previous seasons, but this is a tencel jersey that comes from eucalyptus plants. This is Supima cotton, organic cotton. This is PET, which comes from recycled pop bottles. This is our silk crepe in here. And when we have roll ends, to avoid wastage, I donate to the schools or to the Window, who employs ladies from the downtown east side. So we even use Tagua nut buttons, and these ones, so it comes from like a coconut tree, and these ones even are engraved "I am love" in them. And we also use shell buttons, and then even the labels are cotton instead of polyester.
So now for the fun part. I want to try on that and that. I want to try on that one as well. All of them. I want to try them all on.
All the wood used as shelving above here came from an old church that was torn down in Vancouver, and it's a Douglas fir. The floor is all radiant heating. This beautiful light fixture is made out of recycled resin. We also carry a beautiful line of recycled and reclaimed leather purses and bags, and also the belts, which is really nice. It gives our nice drapey dresses a little bit more structure. They're quite beautiful.
So this is my favorite look. I love the pant. They're so comfortable. Obviously they're a bit long for me, but I'm used to that. I have to get all pants hemmed. Look at them, they're just so roomy. The blouse feels fabulous. Just love it. This dress I absolutely love. It feels so soft. I feel like I'm wearing sweats, really. Look at the detailing down the side. It's just fabulous. So, I'm here to show you. This is my own jacket, so this is office. To nighttime. So there you have it, a delightful interview with Nicole Bridger. I'm at her store on West 4th Avenue in Vancouver, BC. Come on down, you can do some shopping of your own. No elbowing on your way. You'll have to deal with me. You can also shop online at her website, which is NicoleBridger.com. And that's all for today. To keep track of my future endeavors, watch my website, Globe Dater. Bye-bye.